Welcome back to the Lemon Factor. I'm Chad, and today we're going to find out if our new high-performance summer-only tires, these Michelin Pilot Sport 4S, helps improve our traction from a dig. So we're going to perform some 0 to 60 acceleration runs and compare that to our previous runs to see how well our traction has improved, to see if we have that tremendous amount of wheel spin that we've experienced in the past. I'm hoping that along with these summer-only sticky tires, the fact that we've increased the tread width from a 235 to a 265 will also help with our 0 to 60 numbers. So if you're interested in finding out if these high-performance tires has a significant improvement upon our acceleration runs, then stay tuned. Before we get started, I realize that for some of you, this is the first time watching a video from the Lemon Factor, and if it is, welcome. Please consider subscribing and turning on notifications. With that said, just give you a little detail on this car. So this is a 2019 Honda Accord 2.0 Touring. We have a couple modifications on the car. We have a Fairable Stage 3 ECU tune using 91 octane, so it's their 91 octane tune. We have a PRL high volume air intake, the version 1. We have the PRL high volume downpipe, and we have a Michelin intercooler. So those are our modifications. We have dynoed the car, and I'll leave a link in the description below. We've also tested this car previously, 0 to 60, and unfortunately, it wasn't much faster, and that's primarily because you get no traction. So even with all that horsepower and that torque, it just spun our tires. And we used to have all season. We used to have some Continental Pure Contact LS tires, great all season tire, but certainly not a tire for the amount of horsepower and torque that we're putting out. So that's why we recently upgraded not only our tires, but our rims. So we are saving a little bit of weight. But we also have a much wider contact patch and a much stickier tire. This is the first time we're testing our tires to see if they've improved our traction at all. Oh yeah, one more thing. So I'm anxious to see if these tires really improve our traction. With that said, I haven't fully broken them in. Typically you'd want to give your tires about 500 miles to fully break in. I've put a couple 100 miles on the car, on the tires that is, but not the full 500. So I guess I have an excuse. If we feel like we're experiencing more tire slippage, then maybe moving forward, they'll improve with a couple 100 more miles on the tires. I don't know. Yeah, I'm using the Draggy. I've used this in the past. Really easy to use, relatively speaking, inexpensive, very, very accurate. I do recommend it. If you're gonna use it, make sure you do it in a safe, controlled place. Big disclaimer. clearly, even if the numbers were not showing me, I'm not hearing, feeling the wheels spinning like every other time I've done the 0 to 60. This is pretty cool, pretty excited. Nice, 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 nice. Those of you new to the channel and you're watching this and you're seeing the 0 to 60 numbers and you're scratching your head and you're like, what the hell's going on? These numbers are crazy. They're slower than the stock numbers and he's modified. I'm at altitude. I am at 6,000 feet above sea level. I'm in Denver, Colorado. The air is thinner. You don't have as much oxygen. Cars lose as much as 20% of their horsepower at altitude. Now, if you're looking at the dyno videos, know that the dyno is standardized. So you can compare those across the country. But from a 0 to 60 standpoint, I'm not converting it. This is what we got. Yes, it's slow up here. But what we can do and what we have done is we've done some baseline runs and we can see how we've improved. How we've improved from adding different modifications on. And this is a perfect example. So maybe the 0 to 60 isn't all that impressive because of where I'm at, but the fact that we've saved anywhere between 0.2 of a second and 0.3 of a second on a 0 to 60 should give a lot of credit to these Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. Before I was spinning the tires like crazy. Now there's still a chirp. It's not perfect. There's a chirp and then it grips and then it goes. I'm really happy that we have better numbers. I'm really happy that the money was well spent, at least from a traction standpoint, to get the traction off the line. And I'm really excited to see how well it does on the quarter mile. With that said, I think we're done for today. I want to thank you very much for joining, and until next time.